say, this is a Razor E300 scooter. And I have to say, I've weighed everything out. I looked at all the other scooters. And I have to say, this is probably by far the most practical electric scooter you can have. You need to do some modifications to it. But once you do the modifications, which are super cheap, this is hands down the best performing scooter. Not the most speed, not the quietest, but yet the best performing and safe, I believe, electric scooter that I have seen. And again, I'm a motorcycle rider. I've been riding motorcycles for years. So I think I got a good perspective on, you know, what might be safe for people. And also I have a gas scooter, okay, that I rode around for a while, 39cc gas scooter with 16-inch tires. But this right here is a monster. Of course, I did some serious modifications. This Razor scooter here does not have the stock electronics. It does not have the stock batteries, and it does not have the stock gearing. All those things have been changed. I even added this little light rear view mirror on there just now. But anyway, I'm gonna give you a little more close-up view on this. Also, I've already got one video done, so you can see what type of battery I used that I got from Nice Wheels, which was a flight pack, lithium-ion flight pack, which was at the time I bought it a year or so ago, it was like almost $500. But considering you can get this scooter for like, you can get this scooter anywhere from $100 to $200, $300 on eBay, and then gut it out, take all the electronics out, replace it with these cheap but effective, hardware. Like this scooter here has a key ignition. Yeah, you actually have to have a key to even get it to work. So I just want to show you guys this. Hang on a second, and say that you know you got the scooters out there that are $1,000. Hang on, let me get a handheld. Yes, you have the scooters out there that are $1,000. They're cute. They got the smart devices on them. Okay, I got all that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in the real world use, this scooter is so much more practical. Look at the tires, for one. You got the 10-inch tires. There you go. It's kind of dark, sorry. On both ends. And that right there alone automatically surpasses even the IMAX scooter. It's nice and stuff, but this scooter here, you have options. You don't come with just one motor setting. It's things I think people need to consider when getting a scooter, you know. Bottom line is you want to get to point A to point B safely, right? Well, this scooter will do it. This is a Razor E300. With a few modifications, this scooter will take you pretty much anywhere, climb pretty much any hill based on your gear ratio, okay? Now, the only downside, there is a downside to changing the gear ratio. Like, I went extreme. I have a 80-tooth rear sprocket, okay? Check it out. Okay, not much lighting, but there you go. Now, the downside is the ground clearance. See there? You see my hand up under the sprocket? The downside is the ground clearance, okay? So when I ride it, I do have to keep that in mind, you know, when going down the driveway or going up into the driveway from off the street, because you don't want to damage your sprocket. So that is the major downfall to everything. But I even hear that they have some bigger tires that you can get for this scooter. Maybe that will give it a slight lift, maybe half an inch lift. I'm going to look into that. But other than that, also too, on my scooter, as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm running a 36-volt, 350-watt motor, okay? Also under the hood, I'm running a 8.8 amp hour lithium battery. It's a 36-volt battery, 8.8 lithium amp hour battery, okay? In the neighborhood that I'm in, and I have the terrain varies very much. And that's something everybody needs to take into consideration when buying these scooters. Yeah, the newer scooters, they look slick. You can fold them down real easy, but they're not really robust. This thing is built like a tank. The frame is steel, not aluminum, steel. So therefore, it's more rigid, much more rigid than just the average little scooter that you see online. Don't let the Razor logo throw you off. This thing is a beast. If you go on in Google and look at the kickstand alone is super robust, guys. Okay? Super robust. I'm just giving you a little view of a deck there. Okay. And also, I'm into electric bikes. If you look at some of my other videos, I'm also into electric bikes. So, like I said, I think that gives me a little, a little authority to speak on this subject of what is practical and what is not. And my electric bikes they're pretty high-end bikes. But anyway, back to the scooter thing. Now, when you really want to get around on a scooter, you want to pretty much be able to go anywhere, right? That's the main thing. Can you travel off-road? A lot of people like this scooter here. I've been testing it for the last week or so. It's doing great. The neighborhood where I live in, the terrain varies very much. A lot of hills, up, down, all the time, whatever. This scooter pulls the hills with no problem. It's not so much due to the motor, which is only 350 watts, but it's the gearing. 11-tooth stock gearing, 80-tooth rear sprocket. Okay, and of course, the lithium battery plays a big point. In the terrain that I ride it in, I was able to get 9 miles off this scooter, and I'm very pleased with that. And that's even not just staying in the street. That's riding in somewhat soft terrain along the side of the road where the gravel is wet due to the rain and everything and snow, and it still powered me through. It did really well, guys. So this is a couple trinkets I added on there. Of course, let me show you this real quick. There's that key ignition. I don't have the key in it, but you can see it takes the key right there. Takes the key. Here's my storage pack or whatever else. From Walmart, $5, $6. What else? And of course a review mirror. I'm trying this out today to see what's up. To see if this is going to be practical to use out on the road. It'd be great if it does. That way I can see who's coming behind me and who is not coming behind me. So yeah, that's a mirror I had. I've taken off one of my electric bikes. Okay, and then I got this right here. This is just a little under the seat pouch that actually goes on my Brompton bicycle, but I took it off to put it on here. It adds a little color to it. And then I got this little gadget here, just storage devices here. So yeah, guys, and this scooter is just totally awesome. Totally awesome. Like I said, to be practical, if you want, it's not fast. It tops out at about, well, I'm not going to even say it's not fast. Again, like I said, being a motorcycle rider and been riding for years, and even having a gas version of one of these scooters, not this one, but a different type of scooter, but it has a gas engine on it. I think it's more unsafe to go fast because, of course, if you hit something, you're going to go over the handlebars. I think a seated position is good if you're going to go faster. But this right here tops out maybe 10 miles an hour, 10, 12 miles an hour, due to the rear sprocket being an 82. Okay, so that's a pretty good gear reduction right there, which will enable you, though, to be able to go ride at the side of the road. If you feel unsafe riding on the road, you'll be able to ride at the side of the road safely. In the gravel. This thing will get you through it. I'm 200 pounds and I'm not having any problems. Try that with some of the little cute scooters you see on eBay for $500 or $600. Try it with some of those scooters and see how comfortable the ride is. It really boils down with these scooters to the tire size, okay? Again, this scooter I did not design this scooter, when I say design as far as gearing and everything, to go fast. I don't want to go fast. I just want to be able to get where I want to go and get long range. So, like I said, this scooter only tops out at about 10 miles an hour, maybe 12. But it will get you up those inclines and those steep hills without a problem. I haven't had the motor even get really warm. Not like I said, I'm 200 pounds. So if you live somewhere like Florida where it's flat, you probably get 12 miles with the lithium ion battery pack. Now that's where the money's going to come in. So right now I'm doing research trying to find out the best rates that I can get a lithium ion pack for this type of scooter. Right now I'm running 8.8 amp hours. They call it 9 amp hours. I'm going to call it what it actually is 8.8 amp hours. It's actually a flight pack that was for my Brompton bicycle that I have an electric kit for, But I'm selling the bike. But anyway, I decided to keep the battery and use it in the scooter. And it works great. It's a perfect fit. Okay, perfect fit, 8.8 amp hours. And if you go on Nice Wheels, Nice Wheels in New York, the bike shop, they sell the flight pack for the Brompton bike. It's a direct fit, guys. A direct fit. Both of the batteries will fit into the scooter without any modification at all. And then, of course, after you get your battery pack, you want to go online, go on eBay, and get the throttle upgrade, the 36-volt Overvolt kit, or whatever you want to call it, for the Razor E300. It's only like $59, guys. Look at this. So the money's going to come in with the lithium-ion batteries. Maybe you can shop around and find a better deal than I did. Right now, I'm doing research to see if I can get a better deal. But again, I got to say it. And again, with me, I'm not looking for a super light scooter. I'm not looking for an 18-pound scooter. I want something that's robust, that when I'm going on the trail, like I designed this mainly for riding trail riding. Not jumping ramps, just, cruising on off-road, mountain bike trails and stuff like that. And then having the torque to get me up the inclines and deep ruts and stuff. Like I said, the weak point is that rear sprocket. It's low to the ground. You maybe have an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. But it's real low to the ground. That's the major weak point. Other than that, also too, something else. Being a direct drive setup, okay? Being a direct drive setup, right? You have to watch yourself with the throttle, okay? Watch yourself with the throttle, because the moment you twitch it, you turn it, it's going to shoot up in the air. So that's, I'm not going to really say a downfall. It's just something you have to be aware of. So, if you're riding a scooter, if you're walking a scooter, turn the key off, take the key out. It won't go anywhere. Also, something else I wanted to bring in about scooter riders and personal transportation vehicle riders is the scooter. I look at this scooter as a motor-assisted scooter, because I still will ride the scooter like a kick scooter without any power, Like if I want to, get more range from my battery pack, when I get on a nice smooth terrain, I kick it as well, and it rolls really well, due to the fact that it has Freewheel. It has a Freewheel sprocket. Right, check this out. See how it goes backwards? Now check this out. Even the GoPed scooter that they start off at like $1,300. It does not have Freewheel. So therefore, when you come to a hill like this scooter here, check it out. It just coasts perfectly. Look at that. No resistance, guys, except for when you go backwards. But again, let me show you that again. That makes the scooter so nice that people are forgetting to recognize. Look at that. No resistance. So that means what? You can ride this scooter. You can ride it like a regular kick scooter and even get more range. Okay? Now here's the beautiful part about all this is that you can put that together so dirt cheap. I've seen these scooters on eBay for $100. I only paid $100 for the scooter, guys. Steel frame scooter. The weight limit is 220. I think it can hold up to 260, 270. It's a steel frame. But of course, Razor, they're going to play it safe. Okay? But the motor's fine. It doesn't even overheat due to the gear ratio. No, I'm not going 20 miles an hour. No, I'm not going 15 miles an hour. It only maxes out at about 10 miles an hour. But again, I think the safe operating range for any of these scooters shouldn't be above 15 miles an hour. Unless, do it at your own risk. And I've had, like I said, I have a gas one, which is down right now, that I'm going to actually convert to electric, because it's actually illegal to ride a gas scooter on the road, okay? So I just want to share that with you guys, let you know this right here is the most practical, I believe, scooter, budget-friendly scooter that you can build or get on the market. It's just a matter of, to make it great, you have to change out the electronics and put a lithium battery in there and go with the gear reduction. It's going to give you less speed, but you're going to have massive torque. And even when my brother rode this scooter, he was like, man, you turn this is the remarks that my brother gave me. He said, I turned this scooter into something great. He weighs a little bit more than me. He's like 240. And this scooter scoots him around just fine too. Okay? I'm not bragging, by the way. I'm just think that for practical use, this setup is the best because you can go off-road in the gravel and whatever else safely with no problems, no bogging down. That motor does a great job. So yeah, okay, I'll try to get this up before I go to work. I think it's a really good, really good upgrade for anybody, you know, versus all these little, you know, $1,500 and $1,200 scooters. They look great. They got all the smart devices on it, but when you're riding this thing alongside the road and you want to get away from the cars, then more than likely you're not going to have the power to do it, because even if you have a 48-volt system, right? The higher price scooters have like a 48-volt system, but you cannot adjust the gearing. So what does that mean? Yeah, you'll have the speed, but the torque is not going to be there that I'm getting with this motor here. This is traditional old scooter motor. The torque is not going to be there with a 48-volt system hub motor. You know, when you get to off-roading and everything. You know, if it is, you're going to pay a lot of money for it to match the torque that I'm getting off of this thing here. Okay? So, I mean, you can climb 30-degree inclines with this thing. I've done it. And probably more than that, but no need for all that. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you got something out of the information. Like I said, again, this is the most practical, guys, if you want to be able to travel safely alongside the road without being on the road, you know, riding the gravel or whatever. All right, peace. DJ out.